Hello and welcome to History Tonight. Here is your host, James Johnson.
Tonight we have a very special guest with us. He was one of the last great emperors of the Roman Empire. Put your hands together for the late, great Emperor Constantine! Thank you. Welcome to our show, Constantine. Do you mind if I call you Con? Con! No, Constantine will be fine. I was wondering if you could tell us a little about yourself. Maybe you could start with your early life. Of course, I would be happy to. I was born to Flavius Constantius and Helena in a city called Niceus in the Dardanian province of Moesia. My father was an officer in the Roman army, so I did not see him often. And also, he married another woman named Theodora. My mother had a low social standing, though she was a saint. I won't say any more about her for now. I was actually first named Flavius Valerius Constantinus. It was during my childhood that Emperor Diocletian split the empire into two, naming Maximian the emperor of the Western Roman Empire, and he named himself emperor of the Eastern Roman Empire. When my father died, I became emperor of the Western Roman Empire, because he married Maximian's stepdaughter, who, in case you did not guess, was Theodora. Thank you, Constantine. Of course. I'm afraid you've already answered my next question. How did you come to be emperor? I guess I did. There's not much else to say about that, except that I sent a message to Galerius, who was the emperor of the Eastern Empire at the time, telling him about my relation to my father, and he appointed me emperor of the Western Empire as Caesar instead of Augustus. I see. Now, could you tell me about some events that occurred during your rule as emperor? Well, the main thing that happened would have to be the war against Maxentius. Maxentius tried to take over the Eastern Empire after Galerius fell ill and died. However, shortly afterwards, Maxentius waged war on the Western Empire, which I ruled. The night before a battle, I had a dream sent by God to carry a cross into battle. The very next day, I did so, and we won the war. After we returned from the fight, I made the decree that all religions are legal in the empire. After another war that would take too long to explain, I decided to move the capital of the empire to Constantinople to provide better protection. Thank you, Constantine. Of course. Now, could you tell us if you recognize this coin? Yes, it was used during my reign, but I prefer not to talk about my coins, since I hate them. They do not capture my image well. By the way, the other man on that coin is the later Roman sun god Sol Invictus. Now I know the time you have spent with us has been short, but could you tell us about your death, as we are running out of time? Near the end of my reign, I fell ill. I believe it was the Feast of Easter, year 337 AD. I traveled to a church my mother had built, and accepted Christ as my Savior. Then I traveled to the River Jordan to be baptized, which, in case you did not know, is where Jesus himself was baptized. After I was baptized, I made it illegal to not be a Christian. But after my death, I saw that I should not have done that. Thank you, Constantine. You're welcome. I should get going. Do you mind if I take this? Not at all. Thank you for watching History Tonight. Join us next week as we interview Homer about Greek mythology.